Have you ever wondered why the firstborn sons of Israel were consecrated to God? Well, the answer lies in Exodus chapter 13. This chapter is a pivotal one, setting the stage for the monumental event of the Israelites' deliverance from the bondage of Egypt. It's a story that's deeply woven into the fabric of the Jewish tradition and faith. The context of Exodus 13 is deeply intertwined with the Passover event, a significant celebration that commemorates the liberation of the Israelites. It's at this juncture the firstborn sons and animals take on a profound importance in the Jewish tradition. They are consecrated, set apart, dedicated to God as an act of gratitude for their liberation. These firstborns, both of sons and animals, are seen as a symbolic representation of the Israelites' deliverance, their freedom from the shackles of oppression. So the stage is set. The Israelites are ready to leave, but not without acknowledging the importance of their firstborns, a tradition that holds till today. Exodus 13 begins with a command from God to Moses, the consecration of the firstborn. Let's delve deeper into this divine directive. The Lord asked Moses to consecrate every firstborn male, both human and animal, setting them apart for his service. This was not a random request, but a deeply significant one with roots reaching back into the fabric of history and faith. To fully grasp the importance of this command, it's essential to understand the term consecration. It means to make or declare something as sacred, dedicated for religious purposes. In essence, the firstborn males were to be devoted to God, symbolizing that they belonged to Him, a powerful act of submission and reverence. The historical significance of this practice is profound. It harks back to the time of the Israelites' exodus from Egypt, when God, in his final act of judgment against the oppressive Pharaoh, struck down every firstborn in Egypt. However, God spared the children of Israel, marking their homes with the blood of a sacrificial lamb. This act of mercy and deliverance is what the consecration of the firstborn commemorates. Religiously, this practice holds immense weight. It was a physical manifestation of the Israelites' faith and obedience, a testament to their commitment to God. The firstborn males, both human and animal, represented the strength, the future, the very essence of the Israelite community. By consecrating them to God, the Israelites demonstrated their trust in His promises and His providence. The act of consecration also served as a constant reminder to the Israelites of God's mercy during the Passover. Every time a firstborn was consecrated, it was a reiteration of the story of their deliverance, a way for each new generation to remember and acknowledge God's saving grace. So in essence, the consecration of the firstborn was not just a religious rite, it was a symbol of gratitude, a means of remembrance, a link to their shared history, and a testimony of God's deliverance. Moving on, God gave the Israelites another command, the observance of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. This feast, steeped in rich tradition and symbolism, carries a profound significance. It is a 7-day festival where the Israelites are required to eat bread without yeast, known as unleavened bread. The Feast of Unleavened Bread serves as a tangible reminder of the haste at which the Israelites left Egypt. There was no time for the bread to rise, symbolizing the urgency of their departure from a land of oppression to a journey towards freedom. During this week-long feast, all yeast is removed from the house as a symbolic gesture of purging sin and corruption from their lives. The first and last days are considered special, marked by holy gatherings, and no regular work is to be done. This is more than just a feast, it's a commemoration of liberation, a celebration of God's deliverance. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, like the consecration of the firstborn, serves as a reminder of God's mercy and deliverance. Lastly, Exodus 13 ends with God leading the Israelites by a pillar of cloud and fire. This fascinating imagery is not just a mere spectacle, but symbolizes a profound truth. The pillar of cloud during the day and fire at night represents the constant presence and guidance of God. It's a vivid illustration of the divine compass, ever present, ever guiding through the wilderness of life. Imagine the Israelites wandering in the unfamiliar desert, yet never lost. Day or night, sun or star, they were led by this divine beacon. It was a reassurance, a sign that they were not alone in their journey. It was a constant reminder that their steps were guided, their path illuminated by a force greater than themselves. This imagery holds a timeless message for us all. It reminds us that in the wilderness of our own lives, we are never alone. In their journey, the Israelites were never alone. God was with them, guiding them every step of the way. To sum it all up, Exodus chapter 13 is a chapter of remembrance, gratitude, and guidance. It begins with the consecration of the firstborn, a divine decree to honor the firstborn of every household. Then it moves on to the Feast of Unleavened Bread, a celebration of liberation from Egyptian bondage. Finally, it highlights the guidance of God, who led the Israelites by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Remember, Exodus chapter 13 is not just a historical record, it's a chapter filled with significant lessons that are still relevant today.